folks, Laura with Raintree Nursery here. And today, look at this beautiful hazelnut. Oh, so yummy. Hazels are found in a lot of different places all over the United States and Europe. Most of the hazelnuts that you would get in something like Nutella would be a European hazel. The nuts are fairly large but easy to crack. Those are also the ones you might find in the store in their shell. There are Turkish tree hazels. There are native hazels in the United States, both the continental and the western states. Really cold hardy plants, easy to grow, but the ones from the wild don't set very many nuts. So getting something that's bred from the European stock is so much better if what you really want are lots of luscious nuts. Pollination in hazelnuts can be a pretty complex issue. And if you only have space for 2 trees, which are the minimum number that you need for cross-pollination, you might want to get a hold of your local extension service to find out which 2 varieties might work best for you. Usually you need 3 or more trees to safely allow them to cross-pollinate. They are wind pollinated because they are such early bloomers, so you don't have to worry about insects. Hazelnuts will produce their highest yield in full sun locations. However, one strategy that people use is to plant hazelnuts in underneath nut trees that will get taller and eventually shade them out. This way you get a yield early, and walnuts, chestnuts, heart nuts can grow up through those hazelnuts. While the bigger trees are maturing, you're still getting all of the beautiful yield from the hazelnuts themselves. Hazelnuts ripen fairly early for a nut, so near the end of summer. You can tell when they are ready to harvest when the husk peels away from the entire nut itself. And one little strategy that we use to tell when they're ripe, when blue jays. When the blue jays start going for the nuts, then we know to drop everything and go out and harvest the nuts. So that might work for you too. Because these are fairly large trees, they're not very well suited to pots, so I wouldn't encourage you to grow them in a pot. They do tend to be susceptible to eastern filbert blight, so we would recommend that you purchase varieties that are bred not to be susceptible to the blight. As far as watering goes, 10 gallons once a week for the first 2 summers that the plant is in the ground is standard operating practice for hazelnuts as well. And that's all for now. Thanks for joining us at Raintree Nursery.